All right, let's take a look at some possible goals that we could have for the course. And you're going to see those goals listed on the right side of the page here. And there's a whole long list. And there's also something at the bottom that says other. So you can choose goals of your own. I'd like them to be sort of specific and about your character. I mean, you could have a goal to say, become a lawyer. I think it's a great goal. But in order to accomplish that goal, it's really more of a career-based goal. I want you thinking about behaviors. The more behaviors and the more skills and tools you have, those are going to feed into accomplishing a career goal. All right. So, for example, on this list, something that sticks out to me is like, just having a positive attitude. Gosh, I don't care what you choose to do today, tomorrow, and beyond. If you have a positive attitude, you're going to have a greater likelihood of having success in whatever you're going to do. Another one that's on here that I think is commonly chosen, and I think is a good one too, is working well with difficult people. And, I don't have all of the answers to all of these and how to accomplish them. But one of the things that you can do is if you find it hard to work with difficult people, I want you to ask yourselves, how are you a difficult person? How difficult are you? I find that when you're not difficult back, they become a lot easier to work with. So having a positive attitude towards them, making sure you hear them out and listen to them, being patient with people who are difficult, and then also trying to understand why they're difficult. A lot of times it comes from a place of fear or maybe a lack of skill or knowledge. And so if you can just kind of take things slower with them, lower your tone, be a little less confrontational. If they're pushing on you, don't push back. When we push on people, they're going to have an equal and opposite reaction to that oftentimes, and they're going to push back harder on you. And so hopefully those are a couple of little secrets that I've learned along the way to help deal with difficult people. And that might be something that you want to pick. And it could be difficult people at school. It could be difficult people at home. But control your actions and thoughts and attitudes, because that's all you have control over. If somebody's difficult with me, I guess I can't stop that from happening, but I can control the way I act. So take responsibility in all of these goals, whether no matter what you pick. For me, it would be improve school performance. When I was a high school student, I really struggled with school because I didn't put enough effort in. And so maybe for you, it's just, I'm going to have to study 30 minutes a day, even if I don't have homework. During this hybrid learning, you're going to have, kind of a lot of quote unquote homework. But you're going to have to increase the amount of time you spend, or maybe you're going to have to do homework on the weekend in order to improve your school performance. All right. So not only is it what I want you doing is picking 3 goals. Okay. Those are my 3. You pick your own, but I want you to come up with, strategies. All right. That's where it says action oriented. Okay. What are you going to do in order to accomplish these goals? Okay. What are your specific actions going to be? All right. So if I'm going to work well with difficult people, I'm going to identify a difficult person, and then I'm going to make sure that I treat them with a low, calm, and positive tone and keep an open mind. And I'm going to listen to them and ask them questions. Okay, so that's a specific plan. Okay, and then it should be realistic. If my goal is to climb Mount Everest, that's a great goal. I'm not saying that isn't realistic, but I've never climbed any mountain. So maybe I should start with trying to climb up the back hill at Enfield High, and then maybe try to climb Hugh Blind Tower in Simsbury. And slowly but surely increase the size of the peaks that I learn how to traverse in order for me to climb the highest mountain on earth. Okay, so they should be realistic. And then timely is, I'm going to climb Mount Everest like when? Next week, next year, in 5 years? Or if I'm going to become a lawyer, that's probably a 10-year goal for most high school kids. By the time you go to college and then apply to law school, go through 3 years of law school, get an internship, it's an extensive process, and it's going to take a step-by-step approach. What I want you to do in your manual is label your top 3 goals, okay? And if you can put number 1, number 2, and number 3 next to them, that's fine. Rank order them. but we're eventually going to make a presentation and a speech about our goals. And most importantly, what am I going to specifically do in order to accomplish them? Because anybody can talk about a goal. Okay, anybody can say to the top of their lungs and scream it into the sky, I'm going to become a professional baseball player. Okay, that sounds great, my man, but what are you going to do? What actions are you going to take to actually pull that off? All right, thanks for listening.